recording.
Alright everybody, so we're doing a little Fishing Canada ripple here on Lac St. Louis. It's one of the Canada+bass had one 3 weeks ago, but it's only one of the only tournaments this year on the lake. So me and my buddy Aaron here are participating. We've put a couple days of practice in and found some pretty good fish. So we're going to be keeping it easy. We're going to be fishing shallow, finesse presentations this morning, under 5 feet of water, and we're going to see what's going to happen. It's announcing a little bit of wind today, so hopefully it can stay calm because I'm going to like to fish a little bit of top water in the morning. But apart from that, it should be a great day. We're hoping we can come in with 12 pounds. It's an accomplished day. If we come in with 13, whether we win or not, who cares? It's a fantastic day. It's a 3-fish tournament. Obviously, there's a lunker, and we're going to see what happens. So we'll keep you posted throughout the day. We're only going to do a couple of videos, keep it simple, and hopefully it goes. Hey everyone, so I'm back at home now. It's 6 o'clock. The Lac St. Louis ripple is now officially in the books. Apologize for no on-water video. We had a bunch of it, and the wind was howling too hard. You don't hear a word I'm saying, so probably would have been more annoying than anything for you guys to just watch me blabbing my mouth and only hearing loud wind noise. So, update of the tournament day. We finished in 5th place. We're totally disappointed. Actually, we were sick to our stomach most of the days. I'll give you guys a quick recap of how the day unfolded. First spot we hit, we were working a flat, and we had seen some Lake St. Francis quality fish, you can almost say, on this flat. 4.5+ pounders, bigger than we've ever really seen on Lac St. Louis. I've been fishing the lake for a while, and I've never seen fish really that size. So we saw it in practice. We decided to go to it in tournament. Said, you know what, we're going to fish for big fish all day long. It's 3 fish, it's not 5 fish, so it's not really about putting a normal limit together. You just get your 3 big fish and hopefully do 12+ pounds. So it was pretty disheartening because right away off the bat, Aaron had about a 4.5 conservative, probably 4 3/4 pound smallmouth. Follow him to the boat, nice and lazy. He was actually fishing a BBZ swim bait from Spro, and basically I threw my wacky rig Senko to the fish. After it followed him right to the boat, hooked it, jumped, spit the Senko. So it happens in every tournament. You're going to expect to lose some fish. No more than I say that 15 minutes later I'm throwing a spinnerbait, and from far out get a really hard hit, big black smallmouth, 4.5 pounds, once again conservative, we're never going to say it's a 5, but a real big fish jumped out of the water and actually broke the spinnerbait in 2. Unfortunately, I was stuck with the half of the spinnerbait that didn't have the fish, so we watched it jump, swim off, and that was a nice way to start the morning. We could have easily said we had 9 pounds for 2 fish right off the bat, 20 minutes into our day. After that, we proceeded to keep fishing the flat, and we got a 4.25, 4.35 smallmouth on a spinnerbait as well. So we brought it to the boat. It was nice to start it off. The only thing that hurts about that is we would have had 12.5, maybe 13 pounds had we landed those fish. Can't go back on it. Everybody loses fish. I'm sure everybody watching this video who did the tournament probably lost some big fish as well. So we kept fishing the flat, and we're really getting much. We're getting a lot of follows, but nothing of size. So we went to another spot, and I saw a 4-pounder cruising. It never really happens, but I threw a Senko to it, bang, caught it, 4 pounds, 2 ounces, 4 pounds, 3 ounces. So at this point we have a 4.25, 4.30, and a 4.15, 4.20 smallmouth in the boat. So starting off well, still a little sick to our stomach because tournament could have, I don't want to say been won, but could have been done by 9 o'clock in the morning. Anyways, keep fishing. We say we're going to need that 3rd fish now. So we fish, we get a lot of 2-pounders, 3-pounders. We must have caught 25, 30 fish in a day. Went back to the same flat. Actually, before we did that, sorry, we went to another place that I had pre-fished with Nick the day before. And we landed on something a little ridiculous. Nick hooked a 5 1/4 pound smallmouth, caught it, landed it, and 2 minutes later saw another fish pushing 6 pounds. I mean, real big black smallmouth bass. Threw a Senko to it, caught, nailed it, fish jumped 2-3 times, went under the boat, spit the hook right beside the boat, but no big deal. It was just the size of the fish was mind-blowing. I don't know if the bass are gorging more on gobies. One thing I've noticed in Lac St. Louis over the last year is when you get into shallow, rocky, sandweed areas, we're seeing a lot of gobies. I never saw that 2-3 years ago. I saw some gobies, but I think the lake is getting polluted by gobies like Lake St. Francis, and I think in the next 2 years we're going to start seeing humongous smallmouth in the 5 to 6 pound class being caught more and more. So that's to be seen, but we're impressed with the quality of the fish coming out of Louis. After after that spot, we had stopped there. We fished it 20 minutes with Aaron, but because me and Nick had only fished there 20 minutes, half an hour, me and Aaron didn't have much confidence to stay there for hours and hours. So because we missed that we needed that third fish, we went back to that initial spot that we started the day. And right away, Aaron, on a swim bait, hooks a 4.5 pounder, fish jumps twice, spits the swim bait. It's to be expected with treble hook swim bait, but still, now we're up to three actually really big fish lost. 10 minutes later, bang, again on the swim bait. He waits, he sets the hook, the fish jumps, comes to the boat, I get the net, jumps, spits the swim bait again. So now we're up to 4 fish over 4 pounds lost. Very rare that it happens. You lose 1, you lose 2, you lose 4 of them. We were biting our nails at this point. We had, once again, 2 big fish over 4 pounds and 1 2.5, 3 pounder. Excuse me. So we continue fishing. Fishing starts to slow down. We have about an hour left in the day. I decide to pick up my trusty popper. I throw out the popper. I see this big black shadow come underneath my popper. It's sitting there. I look at it. I tell Aaron. I give Aaron my popper rod. He pulls the popper away. I throw the wacky rig Senko to it. Fish smokes the Senko right off the bat, jumps in the air, fluorocarbon leader snaps. I watch, once again, a conservative, we're not talking 4-pound fish here, we're talking closer to 5. We were on some really, really big fish. Once again, it's the first time I ever really see that on Louis. We're talking fish between 4.5 and 5 pounds. So it happened. We lost that, and then we knew when you lose 5 fish over 4 pounds and have 2 other 4-pounders in the boat, you don't usually ever get more than 7 4-pound fish in a day. So we had a really, we really thought that was probably the end of it. Luckily enough, I caught a 3.2, 3.3 smallmouth that was very plump. So that's telling me again that these fish are eating either a lot of craws or really feeding on the gobies. So all in all, first place, if I'm not mistaken, was Andre Ouellette and Claude Joannette with 12 and change. In second place, and excuse me if I made a mistake, Jean-François Villot and his partner came in second place, and Remy Lorrain and his partner came in third place. I might be mixing up second and third, I'm not 100% sure. They had 11 and change, then there was somebody at 11.35 and us at 11.25. So, to give you an idea of what we were fishing, we fished a swim bait to attract the fish to us, and wacky rig Senkos. We got a couple on spinner baits, but really it was a finesse deal. Everybody in the tournament said that they were getting a lot of bites, losing a lot of fish. It's funny, Pro-Bass Canada had their 115 series tournament on the St. Lawrence, and a buddy of mine, Denny, who fished it as well, said he lost 7 or 8 fish as well that jumped out of the air and spit the lures. So it's something to learn from. The fish, I guess, they were aggressive, but maybe they were taking the lures lightly. Somebody was telling me they saw them suck in the lure and spit it out in a fraction of a second, so maybe they were trying to do that. If we hooked them, we were just getting him in the cartilage on the outside of the mouth, but now I'm just speculating, and who knows what actually happened. So all in all, we're happy. We finished in 5th place. We should have done a little better, but you know what? That's fishing. You can never be guaranteed whether you're on the fish or not. So tournament's wrapped up. Keep visiting mtlbasspros.com for more on-water video. Practice for Pro-Bass Canada's Classic on Lake Champlain is going to be starting really soon in the next couple weeks. Tournaments on September 16th or 17th or 17th or 18th. And me and Nick are virgins to Lake Champlain. We fished the Bassmaster Northern Open as co-anglers last year. No practice, no pre-fish. We just did 2 days with our pros, so we don't really know the lake or anything. We're going to be working the Richelieu River and Lake Champlain. Either the last weekend of August or the first weekend of September, we're going to be holding a Fishing Canada Ripple out here on the basin between Lac St. Louis and Lake St. Francis. I just got a house here, so we're going to be doing the weigh-in at my place. I'm only going to be able to offer 12 boats space for the tournament due to my limited parking on my property. We might be able to work out a little more if some people don't come over after, but we're going to be doing a barbecue and some beers after. So if anybody's interested, come on to fishingcanada.net and register. Send me an email, send me a text message if you know my phone number, or just register on the website. It's going to be a great tournament, clear water, huge smallmouth, actually really good largemouth as well, and we're going to do a 3-fish tournament. So hope you guys are really enjoying these videos. We apologize if we haven't had enough time to do technique videos. Once again, we ask you guys to send us emails to mtlbasspros@hotmail.ca. We're going to get a little more time in the next few weeks to really show you guys some techniques if you want any, like the double fluke rig that I showed in the last video. but we've been really busy with practices. It's finally getting a little bit of a lull, so hopefully we can show you guys a little more. And we have a lot of videos being built up, so over the winter, keep checking in throughout the winter. I don't really want to talk about winter now. We're still far from it. Bass season just started. It seemed like a week ago, but we're going to have stuff all winter long on the website as well. So hope you guys are enjoying it, and we'll talk to you soon.